Hello everyone, myself Nyash Reddy from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So today we'll be discussing a topic on developing use cases in software engineering and project management. Introduction, understanding the purpose of use cases, key components of use cases, writing effective use cases scenarios, use cases in agile software development, use cases modeling techniques, use case validation and review, implementing use cases in software development, use cases in requirement traceability, role of use cases in acceptance testing, challenges in developing use cases, tools for creating use cases, integrating use cases with other project artifacts, conclusion. So let's start with the introduction. Introduction to developing use cases. Developing use cases is a crucial step in software engineering and project management. Use cases help define interactions between users and systems. They act as a blueprint for designing and testing software functionality. Understanding the purpose of use cases. Use cases document how users interact with the system to achieve specific goals. They help in identifying system requirements and defining user behavior. Use cases serve as a communication tool between stakeholders and development teams. So here's a typical design of that. The registered member and the unregistered member navigate to the website. Key components of a use case. A use case typically includes a title, actors, preconditions, main flow, alternative flows, and post conditions. Actors are entities that interact with the system, such as users or external systems. Preconditions outline the conditions that must be true for the use case to start. Writing effective use case scenarios. Use case scenarios describe a sequence of steps that illustrate how a user interacts with the system. Scenarios should be written in clear and concise manner, including variations or alternate flows in scenarios, helps capture different user paths. So the case theory, make reservation, submit advertisement from the customer, order vacation package, accept advertisement, and finally to the hotel representative. Benefits of developing use cases. Use cases help in clarifying system requirements and functionality. They provide a basis for system testing and validation. Use cases facilitate stakeholder engagement and alignment on project goals. Use cases in agile software development. In agile, use cases are often replaced by user stories as a way to capture requirements. Use stories focus on the who, what, and why of a feature. However, use cases can still be valuable in providing a more detailed understanding of user interactions. Use case diagrams visually represent the interactions between actors and the system. Activity diagrams can be used to model the flow of activities within a use case. Sequence diagrams shows the interactions between objects in a use case scenario. So the use case name for the system X, use case from the actor, and use cases. So many actors has different use cases. Use cases in project management. Use cases help in defining project scope and requirements. They assist in estimating project timelines and resources needed. Use cases serve as a basis for creating test cases and acceptance criteria. Use cases validation and review. Use cases should be reviewed by stakeholders to ensure they accurately capture user requirements. Validation involves confirming that the use case align with the project goals and objectives. Regularly updating and refining use cases based on feedback is essential for project success. Implementing use cases in software development. Use cases are often used as a reference during the design and the development phases. Developers use use cases to understand user requirements and system behavior. Testing team can recreate test cases based on the use cases to ensure system functionality. Use cases help in establishing traceability between user requirements and system functionality. Traceability ensures that each requirement is addressed in the system design and implementation. Use cases can be linked to specific project milestones to track progress. So the validates, verifies, and also verifies between the requirement, system design, architectural design, module design, coding, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Model for model. Role of use cases in user acceptance testing. Use cases serve as a basis for creating test scenarios during user acceptance testing. They help in validating the system meets user expectations and requirements. User feedback gathered during acceptance testing can be used to define use cases for future iterations. Challenges in developing use cases. Ensuring that all possible user interactions are captured can be challenging. Balancing detail and complexity in use cases to avoid ambiguity. Keeping use cases up to date with changing project requirements and user needs. Best practices for developing use cases. Involve stakeholders early in the use case development process. Use a consistent template and notation for documenting use cases. Regularly review and update use cases to reflect changes in project requirements. For the problem statement, it goes to define the objective, identify data source, define thresholds, identify deliverables, evaluate and refine. Tools for creating and managing use cases. Use case modeling tools like Enterprise Architect, Lucidchart, and Visio. Project management tools such as Gira, Trello can be used to track use case implementation. Version control systems like Git can help in managing changes to use case documents. Integrating use cases with other project artifacts. Use cases can be linked to other project artifacts such as requirements, documentation documents, design specifications, and test cases. Integration ensures consistency and alignment between different project components. Changes in use cases should be reflected in related artifacts to maintain traceability. Use cases in system maintenance and evolution. Use cases provide a reference for understanding system functionality during maintenance. They help in evaluating the impact of changes on existing system behavior. Use cases can guide future enhancements and updates to the system. Finally, the conclusion. Developing use cases is essential for capturing user requirements and defining system behavior. Use cases play a crucial role in project management, software development, and system testing. By following best practices and utilizing appropriate tools, use cases can effectively support project success, such as the workflow steps,